Hi, I'm Phil Black, and I'm running for Salina County Clerk. In 2002, I moved here from Kansas City, Missouri to take the job as Dean at Brown Mackie College. The President asked me for a 3-year commitment, and 14 years later, here I am. As I started down the road of this candidacy, I started thinking about what's kept me here, especially when you think of all the young people who keep saying they want to move out. And admittedly, Kansas City is a great place, but in addition to the great close friendships I've developed here in Salina, I think the thing that's kept me here more than anything is the opportunity to be involved in the community. For example, in my first year here, back in 2003, I ran for school board for the first of 4 times. I didn't win, but because of that, I found myself involved in other things in the community. For example, here at Salina, or Community Access Television, I became a board member for the first of 2 times. I was also involved in the early kids voting movement, which was a program promoted by then Secretary of State Ron Thornburg. I got involved with the NAACP. I was just part of my campaign. I was talking to them. I developed some good friendships, and within a few years, I was secretary for the first of 2 years. Probably where people know me the most is from the school board, and I was elected to the school board 3 times. While I was on the school board, I was involved in a number of committees, including the Heartland Policy Council, the District Health Council. I was on the executive board for the Salina Education Foundation, and I served on the Salina Parks and Rec Advisory Board for a number of years. Probably the thing I was most proud of was when I was president, we started that process that ended up as a very successful bond election. And I'm proud and kind of embarrassed, I guess, in some ways, to know that each of our schools now has a plaque that lists the members of the school board who were present at the time of that bond election. Since the bond issue, I've been involved in the Salina Bike Advocacy Group, so if you see bike lanes around town, that's partly due to the group that was promoting that. What has all this got to do with this county clerk? Well, the way I see the county clerk, the position actually has 2 functions. The first function is managerial. When I was at Dean at Brown Mackie, we hit the highest enrollment that is really in the history of the school, over 500 students. And at that time, I had 9 department chairs and over 40 faculty. And when you have that many people with that many advanced degrees, it can be a little tricky. But what I learned from that is that you provide the space for the people, good people you've put into the job so that they can do the job, but at the same time, as the team leader, you also provide the support when they really need it. And although the clerk's office only has 4 staff, I think those principles still apply. The second function that it goes with the clerk's position is that unlike some counties back east that have a more populated area, the county election officer is merged with the Salina County clerk here. So that means as the county election officer, I would be over everything and anything to do with elections. So whether it's finding a polling place or finding people to work the place or training people or making sure that the ballots have accurate writing, and I taught English as well as political science, or going into the schools, which is the part I'm most excited about, as my predecessor would have done. You go into the schools and you teach the kids how to use the machines and what the voting process is, because they are our future voters. And I would take it a step further and ensure that those high school students have a voice in what kind of equipment we should be thinking about for future voting, because they'll be there in just a few years. If you'll allow me, I would like to continue my commitment here in Salina County through the position of the Salina County Clerk. For your vote and for your friendships and great support over the years, thank you.